Shalom Aleichem Nala viewers. This is Rabbi Hershel Reichman with a mini-series about the Chag of Sukkot based upon the teachings of Shem MiShmuel, the Chassidic Rebbe of Sukkot. Our shiurim are dedicated to the memory of Racheleh Bas Reb Chaim Tzvi Aleha Shalom. And as we get into this discussion of the holiday of Sukkot, what strikes us first of all is that the holiday is very complicated. There are many mitzvos in this holiday, many more mitzvos than any other holiday in the Jewish calendar. We have the mitzvah of Sukkah, the mitzvah of Lulav, the mitzvah of pouring water on the Mizbeach, which is a once-a-year mitzvah, Nisuch HaMayim B'Chag, a special mitzvah of Simcha. And this is somewhat of a puzzle to unravel. What is the significance of each of these mitzvahs? There are many korbanos, more korbanos than any other holiday, 98 korbanos all told. And it's also a special time of Simcha. There's a special mitzvah of joy on the holiday of Sukkot. Of course, we know it culminates with Simchas Torah at the end, and Shmini Atzeres. And also it follows upon Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur very shortly thereafter. What we want to do in our series here is try to unravel this very complicated and complex system which is taking place on Sukkot, the meaning of the various mitzvos, how this integrates with Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, and unravel all of this and understand it and then put it back together again so that we'll have a clear and complete understanding of the holiday. The Shem MiShmuel writes a tremendous amount about the Chag of Sukkot, and he really has a whole treasure of ideas. I'll only take a few of them and try to work with these few to get us a clarity in the Chag. On page Kufayin Tes in the Shem MiShmuel, he discusses the question of the two nisachim, the fact that there are two libations, pouring of water or liquid on the Mizbeach, which is unusual for that mitzvah of Nisuch, and it's only on Sukkot, because the whole year, and the altar in the Beit HaMikdash, in the temple, during the service, the Kohanim would pour wine. However, on Sukkot, they pour wine and they pour water. It's a very unusual halacha, a very unusual mitzvah. And it's so unusual that the Rambam paskins that if the Kohen would take the wine and the water and mix them into one cup and pour diluted wine, diluted with the water, that would be kosher. That would be fulfillment of both mitzvahs. Now we know that diluted wine is usually not qualified, it's pasul for Nisuch HaYayin. However, on Sukkot, since there's a mitzvah of Nisuch Mayim, of pouring water, so then, even if you mix the Yayin and the Mayim, it's kosher, which is also a very strange halacha. So let's begin. Shem MiShmuel says, with focusing on this question of why the double libation, the Nisuch of Yayin, of wine, and the Nisuch of Mayim, and of water, and the Mizbeach, and the temple, and the Beis HaMikdash. Now he says, we find that really on Sukkot, for us, we're not in the Beis HaMikdash, we're living, unfortunately, in exile, and the Beis HaMikdash has been destroyed, unfortunately. So for us, when we think about the holiday of Sukkot, we think of two different mitzvos. The average person does the mitzvah of Sukkah, eats, hopefully even sleeps in the Sukkah, tries to spend as much time as possible in the Sukkah living there. There's another mitzvah which all of us usually participate in, and that's the mitzvah of Abar Minim, of Netilas Lulav, of taking the lulav and shaking it for four types of growths, the four Abar Minim, the lulav and the esrog, aravas and the hadassim, and we shake them and we lift them. There's the second mitzvah. And it's also a puzzle, because usually Jewish holidays have one primary mitzvah. For example, Rosh Hashanah, the primary mitzvah is blowing the shofar. Yom Kippur, the primary mitzvah is fasting. Chanukah, the main mitzvah, or the exclusive mitzvah, is lighting candles, etc., etc. Pesach, we eat matzah. So, why is it that